Hey, you guys, how you doing? This is your girl, Randa Johnson here, and welcome to Randa Land. I know I haven't shot a video in a very long time, and actually I don't know even why I'm shooting it out here in this blazing sun, but I just got off the phone with a family member of mine, and who's going through a really emotional time right now. She's having some issues with her son. He's gone away to college, and some things have arisen that could potentially ruin his career, and so she's really distraught and worried about it. Yesterday I spoke with another friend of mine who is battling a life-threatening disease, and you know of course she's in a very vulnerable and a very vulnerable state. Whenever you are in a situation like that, I've never been in that situation, so I can't even begin to imagine exactly what it is she's going through. The day before that, I spoke with another friend who is transitioning from working a 9 to 5 to uh, beginning her own business, and so of course with that comes some financial distress and things of that nature. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm squinting and I don't have glasses and the sun is killing me, but I just really had to shoot this video to be obedient to God, and what this video about is faith. You know, Constantly, we're going through things and we want to constantly figure out or, rack our minds and rack our brains on how exactly we are supposed to handle that. But the truth of the matter is that the battle is not ours. The Bible tells you that you have to have faith. Faith is the substance of things, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm talking out here, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so what that says is that you have to place all of your cares and all of your worries on God, because that's what he's there for. It's just like, your parents, when your parents being there for you and you being there for your children, your kids have faith in you that you have their best interest at heart. Your kids have faith in you that you're going to do what's right for them. And we have to have that same faith in God when dealing with our life situations. And so primarily what this video is about is telling you that you have to trust in God. You have to give him full authority over your life. You have to submit to him. You have to allow him to do what he does best, which is to provide for you, to still create miracles, to do what he does, because we cannot do that. We don't have the ability to do that. And so every time we try to do that, what we are basically telling God is that, God, I do not trust you. I don't have faith in you. I don't believe in you. And I can handle it myself. And ultimately, if you could handle it yourself, you wouldn't be worrying and you wouldn't be so stressed out the way that you are, because you would have already handled it by now. So with that being said, what you have to do, and there is absolutely no way around it, when you begin to take on the spirit of worry, when you begin to take on the spirit of fear, when you begin to take on the spirit of dismay, depression, all of those things that don't allow you to be the you that you are, all those things that don't allow you to live life to the fullest, because you are constantly worried about something. You don't know, what's going to happen from this point to the next. You have to have faith that God is going to provide those things for you. You have to have faith that God is going to make those things better, because he will, he can, and that is what he intends to do, but only if you allow him to. And the thing about it is that once we do allow those spirits of fear, those spirits of worry, those spirits of doubt to come into our minds and into our hearts, what we basically do is we tie his hands. He cannot move. He cannot do what it is that he's supposed to do, because we're not allowing him to. And so, you know, people always ask me all the time, those of you who know me personally or don't know me personally, but you know my story. Let me tell you my story for those of you who don't. I sometimes I put a lot of stuff up online and it goes viral before I even know it. So I have no idea who may be seeing this video. I have no idea who this video is for. More than likely, it's for everybody, to be honest. But I have no idea exactly who needs to hear this. So I'm just being obedient to what God is telling me to do. And so let me tell you guys my story. Um, Initially, where things began to really, I'm not even going to say go down in my life, because anything that I've gone through, or anything that has happened to me, or, things that continue to happen or will happen in the future, I don't look at them as things that have gone wrong in my life. I look at them as lessons, as trials, as tribulations, as things that are going to add to my testimony that I have to share with you guys, to let you know that there is life after. There is, you can still be all that you want to be. You can still go on, and things can still be fine if you just allow them to be. If you don't start the pity parties, if you don't, begin to get depressed, if you don't take everything so personally. We always think that everything is about us, oh, woe is me, why am I going through this? Why would God do this to me? Why would God allow this to happen? But the truth of the matter is that most of the things that we go through are not about us. They are lessons and trials and tribulations that we go through for others. We're here to help. We're here to inspire. And, now whether you are taking on that position or not, that's a totally another video, which I will be shooting. But, that is what we're here for. We are here for the service of others. Everything is not about us. We have to release that selfishness that we have going on with us. We are so busy trying to do things, to get things, to become things, and we have to really sit back and take a moment and realize that, that's not why we were put here. We're here for a purpose, and that purpose is not to be self-serving. So if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're not going to have what you're supposed to have, and you're not going to live the way you're supposed to live, and things are just not going to work out the way that you want them to, because first you have to seek ye the kingdom of God, and then all that you desire will be added onto you. You can't do it the other way around. It just doesn't work like that. But, getting back to me, people always, ask, or are just so amazed at how strong and how inspirational and encouraged I can be in the face of all the things I've gone through. In November of 2010, I was involved in a motorcycle accident. Really pretty bad motorcycle accident. I, got into altercation, I'll call it, with a truck on the freeway. Um, I was thrown 3 lanes across the freeway. Almost lost my leg. I'm still, to this day, I'm still in therapy and still learning to walk again. 8 months later, my husband was killed in an accident when he was stationed over in the Middle East. And it has been a year, actually about a year and a month or so since then. So not only am I dealing with the pain, physical pain of my own, I also had to take on the emotional pain of losing my husband. I had been the man I had been with for the past 17 years, and although we had a really good relationship, and and I know that he loved me, and I knew that I loved him, that the dynamic of having love like that and loss like that it is just out of this world. And even myself, I don't know. Well, I do know. I can't say that I don't know. I know that it is only because of God that I am able to sit here and shoot this video and talk to you guys about it, and truly believe that, even though that situation has taken place, even though I did almost lose my leg, I am, disabled, and, things of that nature. And, right after that, I go into a emotional situation of having lost the love of my life. I'm still fine. Things, it may not be the way I want it to be. It may not be the way I envisioned it to be. It may not coincide with the plan that I have for my life, but ultimately it coincides with the plan that God had for my life. And so since I know that God has only the best plans for my life, I know that everything is going to be okay. So I have faith, I have total trust, and I have total belief that he is going to make everything okay, because he's shown himself to be more than true to me. He's shown himself to be more than real to me. And there's no other, how do I say, there's he's just he's thank you, Jesus. He is just so amazing, and he shows me, and he just constantly tells me this because I listen to him. So he constantly tells me this on a regular basis. I mean, he doesn't even have to tell me because he shows me through all of his amazing works, and the miracles that he performs daily. But to get back to the point of what this video is really about, is that if you are going through any situation, no matter what it may be, whether it be financial, whether it be a physical situation, whether it be a situation with your relationship, a situation with your kids, a situation, whatever the situation may be, you have to know that the situation is not bigger than God. And as long as you trust in Him and have faith in Him and have belief that He can fix the situation, then He will, because if you don't, then like I said before, you tie His hands. You don't allow Him to work through you. You don't allow Him to do everything that He is aligned to do. You cuff Him up and you sit Him in the back of a police car and tell Him, hey, I'm done with you, going about your business. So again, whatever situation you are in, you have to have faith. You have to have belief. And you have to release the doubt and the worry, because not only will the doubt and worry just cause you to be in an emotional wreck, it will cause physical stress. A lot of times people begin to get sick. People begin to take on, disease and things of that nature that they, just don't understand, why am I going through this? But a lot of times it's because of our doubt. A lot of times it's because of our worry. It's because of our lack of faith. And a lot of worry begins to manifest physically. It can physically make you sick. It can physically kill you. So if you allow that stuff into your heart and into your mind, it begins to manifest all kind of different ways. And that's really the last thing that you want. You don't want to have physical strain on top of the emotional strain that you're already dealing with. So if you don't invite that in, it cannot come in. So I have to get out of the sun now. It's killing me, but I really wish and hope that you guys can, whoever need to hear this, whoever is listening, I hope and I pray that if you are feeling any lack of faith, that if you are feeling any doubt, that if you are feeling any worry in the situation that you are going through, that you give it to God. Have faith, have trust, and believe that He can fix it and that He will. Again, this is Randa Johnson here. Welcome to Randa Land, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.